about somebody who wasn't emotionally ready or perhaps had too much going on as far as their professional or perhaps personal situation. So they're wishing and hoping and missing you, right? And it's all because they realize they ran away and weren't ready to deal with the emotions they felt for you or the kind of relationship that they wanted to have with you. So, this is someone who is thinking back on the time that you did spend together and also kind of daydreaming about potentially seeing you again. So, let's see what we've got. We'll call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Mark. How you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to find my Etsy shop in case you would like a homemade soy candle. Other than that, just keep your eyes peeled to make sure that you are aware that there is a scammer about. I don't think I've gotten any notification that YouTube has deleted their account, which is a little frustrating because this was like days ago. But if you get a reply from someone whose handle is Ms. Carmen with a 1 at the end, they are a fake. They are a scammer. My handle is Ms. Carmen. No numbers necessary because I am the OG. Don't let a scammer take your money. And remember that if I do a personal reading for you, you will always have this background, you will always see this mug, and it will always be done through my email address, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. So don't get scammed, okay, y'all? All right. We're going to start off. I'm so excited. We have a new tarot deck. You're like, Carmen, you don't need any new tarot decks. How many do you have? But it's so pretty. I did upload a short with it, but it is the stained glass tarot. And it is gorgeous. Just like you, gorgeous. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Hannah. How we doing? Hello, Rebecca. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, I like it, James. Very excited. I'm going to have to make some more, too. And I might switch up the scents that are available. We'll see. I said I was going to post a poll, and then I didn't. I want to get y'all's opinions on that. All right, so, again, stained glass tarot, very pretty. Oh, that's so sweet. I really do hope that I get to visit England at some point, because, look, I fell in love with that part of England, Newcastle, because I'm pretty sure that's where they did Geordie Shore, right? Newcastle upon Tyne. Which is just such a classy reason for me to like England. But really, my obsession with England goes all the way back to my childhood because I loved reading about like the War of the Roses, Henry Tudor, and especially Queen Elizabeth I. I just thought she was such a baddie. Oh, thank you, Mark. I hope you're having a good day. Do you have a question, or would you like me to pull some cards for you? You did? Oh, well, I'm going to have to visit at some point, I think. I'll just, I've been on road trips lately. I don't know about a plane ride, yeah. All right, what else do we have? Four of Swords in the reverse. And the King of Cups in the reverse. Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Hey, Sean, what? What are you saying? Hello, Linz. How are you doing? All right. Well, I don't know what you said, Sean. It's a little tricky to figure out, but yeah. Are we doing English here? I do require that your comments be in English, just so that we can actually moderate them. Hello, how's it going, Ayak? Or is it Aya? Aya? You tell me. I feel like I'm ruining your name. I don't want to be disrespectful. Hello, Ryder. Hello, Rachel. I hope you're having a good day. So look at how beautiful that is. So King of Cups in the reverse, really touching on that reference earlier to emotional immaturity or not feeling ready for that type of connection. They still had things they needed to go through. And of course, that Four of Swords in the reverse is unhealed energy. So I think this person needed to forgive someone. I think they needed to let go of resentment. I think they still assume the worst of others or struggle with trust. But there could also be some issues pertaining to insecurity for this King of Cups. Hello, cool girl. How you doing? Oh, that's so sweet of you, Linz. Thank you. I'm doing quite well today. Do you want to know why? Yesterday, I went to my favorite bakery. So my breakfast was super healthy this morning, y'all. One of those, like, coffee cake braids with powdered sugar on it. So I'm in a good mood. Hello Taylor. Hello Andre. How we doing? Muito bem. I gotta learn some more Portuguese. I feel like there's some other like phrases in my mind, but the first one that comes to mind is muito bem because I like saying it. Just kind of rolls out the tongue. Oh, I hope things improve for you, Rachel. Hello Joaquin. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sending you a big ol' hug, Aya. But you gotta tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. Hello, Vic. How are you doing? Hello, Layla. What else do we have? We have the Hermit in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Aren't these beautiful? I could just stare at these all day and figure out like more details in them. So I'm a little frustrated with this person who's coming through and missing you because they are talking about how, you know, they didn't really know how to approach a relationship or they were maybe just kind of lacking on that maturity, especially in the areas of emotions. But I'm not entirely convinced that they are still, or that they have actually addressed those. This kind of feels like somebody who hasn't made much progress on the personal growth or spiritual growth side of things, but something like reminds them of you, or they like see a picture of you on social media and they're like, yeah, I should talk to that person. I want to see that person. Let's go hang out. Seven of Cups. That's so beautiful. There's still a tendency to lie with this one. That sounded vaguely like biblically knowing someone. This person is still not a good choice for romance, okay? King of Cups in the reverse. They're, I think, still tied to an ex, but they're not going to tell you that. I think that they are still struggling with how to understand their own approach or like what they want. They're lonely, and that's fine, right? We all go through that. But this is someone who's like reaching out for you and wanting that companionship, telling you that, you know, they ghosted you because things were difficult for them. But they haven't actually worked on any of the things that made them unhappy. They're still like wrapping themselves up in that same energy, which is kind of disappointing. Hey Lemonade, how are you doing? You're so funny, Dracula. Seriously, this is so amazing. Yes, I'm going to have to agree. Who asked that? Ew. Yeah. Okay, so you can train a dog. You can train a horse. That doesn't mean that they don't have souls. They should still be treated with kindness. I think people who are kind to animals especially those who offer sanctuary or save them after they've been abandoned. Those people are saints. I adore people like that. But to say that you want to train another human implies that you don't want to treat them like a human. If you're at a workplace and you're training them how to use a computer system, cool. But that's creepy, homie. You need to think about that. Hello, how's it going, Neo? I don't know. I think we've got someone who's hoping that you don't notice that they are bringing the same type of energy that they brought to the situation before. I do think that they're going to have some sort of pity party where they're going to tell you about some heartbreak. But they want to kind of be seen as almost like they want to be seen as a sad puppy in your eyes. There's a song like that. In Your Eyes? Is it Sting? This is, I think, possibly someone who's very self-absorbed. It's like, I can accept or understand or even identify this is a problem that I bring to the table, but when you ask me to, like, work on it, I'm going to laugh at you. Like, of course not. Hello, CTF. Hello, Marky Mark. Oh, of course I won't forget. I'm very excited. Cool girl, I am proud of you. I am so proud of you. Because look, if someone isn't going to treat you with respect and communicate, then they have some work to do on themselves. I wish I could give you a giant hug right now. Anybody can send some positive energy towards Cool Girl. I very much so appreciate you. We all go through that. So let's get some words of positivity or hope for you. Is that okay for you, Cool Girl? Hello, Priya. How are you doing? Peter Gabriel. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Ryder. I appreciate it. I did. It was kind of insanity. And I tried to get through all of the personal readings, too. Had to schedule one for today instead of yesterday. I hope I didn't upset that person. And then for a certain amount of time, I lost my phone, which did not help things. It slipped through, like, the side of my car. Oh, and then also, you guys, I almost died. Look at it. Now, it's partially my fault because I have, like, cork bottom on my shoes, but there was this giant stick that almost stabbed my foot. It was an interesting experience. Hello, Alice. How are you doing? Oh, you're fine. I don't see any bad English at all. Hello, Tom. What are you talking about? That's not crazy. Okay, guys. Let's see what else we got. So we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Okay, so I think we have a person who's really adept at making sure everybody else is to blame. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I had issues with self-monitoring or self-awareness or understanding my emotions, but I'm going to blame it on family. I'm going to blame it on work. I'm going to blame it on my ex. If you connect with somebody romantically and you notice that it's always everybody else's fault, that's a red flag. Look, I think that I have made serious attempts to be kind and considerate and genuine and open and communicative, but nobody's perfect. I will straight up tell you, like, that was my fault. Okay, that was, should not have done that. Could have been clearer there, because owning those missteps or those things that you know you could have done better is the only way you get to a point where you actually do things better, right? I feel like this is someone who very easily blames other people for their own ish. Come on, Kendall. You could have one job. I don't know if that's enough. Do we need one more? We need one more. Maybe just not that one. There. Okay, that's better, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. It shouldn't take me this long to deal with my candles. It is. That's totally true. Hello, Renee. Yes, no one is perfect. Maybe someone's perfect for you. Maybe your dog is perfect. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. And the Nine of Cups. These cards are just gorgeous. So, I want to make amends, but I'm not going to apologize for what I did wrong. I'm just going to tell you, you know, what I think you want to hear. Do you ever get apologies like that where you're like, gee, you know, I like the words, but it kind of seems to me like you're just rushing through them because you don't actually feel them. And, you know, usually actions match words. So if you're saying you're never going to do that again, then why did you do it again over there? This is a person who knows the power of words, but doesn't actually feel the way that they say. Also known as a liar or a gaslighter. Those are my favorite to make fun of. Let's see. Hello, Brief. How are you doing? Why can't you just play a song for yourself? Why are you going to somebody's live stream where they clearly have intentions laid out on what they're going to do with their live stream and you think you can ask them to play a song? This is a little weird, right? First of all, I don't play music on my channel because there's copywriting issues. So if you would like to listen to a general tarot reading about somebody who doesn't know how to apologize, you're welcome to stay. There's some really cool people in the live chat, but please don't tell me what to do on my live chat or my live screen. Because it's my choice, it's my channel. Hello, Tiana. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for commenting on the short with the ridiculous thumbnail. If you guys haven't seen it, I know, I could have found a better screen grab for the thumbnail. It was the one that I titled Twin Flames. At one point I was like, you want to fight about it? I had to choose that as the thumbnail because it's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Let me add that for you. Is he actually appreciating my help? Or, I love that expression. Or, is he taking the piss? I need to incorporate that into my daily conversation just to mess with the Americans around me. They'd be like, what did you just say? I love it. It's kind of weird, brief introduction. Are you over the age of 18? Because that's kind of like giving like 11-year-old energy. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? I think the song is Shadow Boxer, right? Such a good song. And close to that, you have The First Taste by Fiona. Ugh, such a good song. Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is interesting because we had the King of Cups in the reverse. This card is clarifying the Page of Cups. So we have immature energy and emotional manipulation with somebody who's saying, I've changed. Well, if you've changed, then I feel like one of the first things I would have changed being an emotional manipulator is maybe to stop manipulating people. Like, yes? It is German. Oh, is it Australian? I thought it was British. Does it also, like, do people say it in the UK? Oh, now I feel like I've offended people. I'm sorry. Either way, I think it's a great thing. Hello, too. How are you doing? Look, I'm sorry, brief introduction. I just think that that's something that you should know. To not go into live streams and tell people what to do, that's totally off topic. I still wish you a great day. I'm telling you to enjoy the live chat. You are more than welcome here, but it is kind of weird to go in and tell somebody what to do with their live stream. Hello, Hamza. How are you doing? We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, are they even in a relationship right now? I feel like they're lying to you about what their current situation is. This feels to me like we have somebody who has gotten into some sort of an argument or a stressful, like, toxic situation with a person they've been physically intimate with, at least. And they're not going to tell you about that. They have some connection here with a person that has expectations from them. And yet, they're coming to you with their issues or their vulnerability, wanting you to give them some sort of comfort. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, it's kind of seeming like we've got someone who's, like, I've gotten into an argument with someone that I was dating. They're right, and I don't want to face it. So I'm going to take my story to somebody else and kind of twist how it actually happened and get some sort of, like, they're there from someone else. It's kind of strange, right? Thank you for the like, Rick. I appreciate it. Yes. Or maybe you should redecorate. We've got the Tower, the World, and Justice. I don't like this. I think they're like farming for sympathy and hoping that if they tell you they miss you and, you know, I want to see you, gosh, you know, I could have been in a relationship with you or been happy with you if only I just, you know, had been ready for you. And then I think they tell you a sob story about some previous connection, but they're framing it as this person is an ex, and I'm not convinced that it is actually an ex. I think this is someone they are actively engaged with, whether it's an exclusive relationship or not. They want you to basically tell them they're in the right or, like, distract them with a makeout session. But I think your intuition is telling you that there's something they're not being honest about. They don't want to tell you what really has upset them. They don't want to tell you all of the details pertaining to that because, quite frankly, I think they're the problem. Hey, Josh, how are you doing? Thank you, Tiana. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that, Josh. Hey, Kavante, I've seen you be a little bit rude to my moderators in the past. I'm just going to remind you that I take my moderators very seriously as far as people being respectful to them, just as much as I take someone being respectful to me very seriously. So if you would like to participate in my channel or the live chat going forward, Kavante, you're going to have to show respect to Rachel and all of the other moderators, okay? Otherwise, I would ask you to choose a different channel. I think that it's amazing what they do to help keep the live chat in order, and it's important to me that you show respect for that, okay? So we have Prince of Pentacles and another King of Cups in the reverse, emotional immaturity. Another Seven of Cups. Four of Pentacles, they're keeping a secret here. I don't like it. They just want you to be like, oh, there, you've had such a rough go of it, and oh, you've run into another person that broke your heart or, you know, wasn't good to you. That's so sad. Maybe I should, like, you know, offer you some brownies or tell you you can eat some of the spaghetti I made for dinner. It's like they want you to, like, take care of them, but they're not telling you what actually happened. This is so weird. Can't they just find a therapist? Why do they need to be coming back around to you? Oh, I bet it's because they're looking for something more than just a shoulder to cry on, right? Could that be so? It could be that this is somebody who feels like maybe they can segue right into a different relationship before the other one's even over by telling you some sob story. Sorry, y'all, I'm thirsty. Hey, Brewer Kings, what's up? We're like Olive Garden when we're here, we're family. Yes, now give me more breadsticks, dang it. And like the salad with the green olives. They have green olives in there, right? Yum. And those like spicy peppers. Those are delicious. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. We had that at the beginning with the Stained Glass Tarot. Someone who's confessing, right? The problem is they're confessing in such a way where they're like, it's such a bad situation. Of course, I didn't do any of the problems. You know, I've been an angel the entire time. I've always told the truth, and I'm just kind to everyone, you know. It's a sob story. They want you to be like, oh, that other person's awful. But they're not telling you what their role was in it. They're not being honest about what they did to provoke that person, you know? Four of Cups in the reverse, Hermit in the reverse. So it's like, you can't even give this person advice, even if they were asking for advice. It's like, they don't want to hear it. It makes me think of the chick, hold on, what's her name? The Don't Be Suspicious, Don't Be Suspicious. They were the twins. It starts with an S, right? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? There's a scene with her. She's hilarious. I am so disappointed in myself for not remembering her name. But there is a scene with her dad where she's explaining that someone was like mean to her. And she's like, and you know, I have never done anything wrong my entire life. That's this attitude right here. This person is like, oh my gosh, people are being so mean to me, and I've always been perfect. I've always been doing exactly what I need to. This is someone who really needs to look in the mirror. But they feel like if they come through and talk to someone who they haven't seen in a while, who doesn't really know what's going on, that they can control the narrative and say, isn't that mean? And you'll be like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Hey Lee, how are you doing? Aw, thank you. You're so kind. Aw, thank you for the floating heart, Mr. Amorous. How you doing today? Mr. Cameron? Wait, who are we talking to here? I do recall you calling me Cameron the other day. We're going to have to work on that. I feel like I've explained my name a few times. All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They didn't do right by their obligations. And they're over here like, no, I swear I did what I was supposed to. And for some reason, they're mad at me. So basically their modus operandi, or how they approach social situations where people are calling them out and blaming them for a problem, they have like compartmentalized their life. I have my work friends, I have my school friends, I have my family, I have my roster. Whatever it is, they keep these compartmentalized so that they can like fly over to the other one and be like, my work friends were really mean to me. I dated someone a long time ago who every day it was like something else that they did. I don't know, that they complained about as far as work. And it was like, initially, wow, it sounds like you're dealing with some people who aren't very kind, or they don't like take their responsibility very seriously. Thank you, Funny. I appreciate you being a member. Hello, Hutchie. And then they fly over to a different group and they're like, oh, that person was mean. But when you always blame other people, and this person started to show like, okay, so you just never blame yourself. You never take accountability. You're never the problem. Look, I'm the problem like at least 10% of the time, okay? I'm too loud. I forget things. I laugh at things I probably shouldn't. I say things I probably shouldn't. Okay? We all have to accept that at some point you're the problem. This person's like, no. It's always their fault. It's not my fault. So they're not telling you the whole story. They're keeping the details that would make it very clear that whatever the reaction was to their behavior, it was justified, right? Thank you, too. Is Alice a good friend? I've got that for you. Always blame someone for your mistakes. Yeah. I mean, the best thing to do is just laugh about it, right? Hey, I did something dumb again, but the cool thing is I know how to laugh about it. You know? Oh, Melissa, it's not always you. Oh, good point. Lemonade said it's the golden 80-20 rule. So we have judgment. Yes, this is what we're talking about. This is somebody who doesn't like to be judged fairly. Okay, nobody is out here like, yes, judge me. Well, actually, if you go on Reddit, you could find that with roast me stuff, right? But this is someone who's like, no, don't judge me. I'm perfect. I do everything the right way. No, they don't. So I guess this is a very convoluted message that is just saying, when someone comes to you and complains about something, and you don't know any of the details aside from what this person tells you, I feel like you're going to have a little red flag in your mind that says, I don't know if I should be friends with this person. It kind of seems like they're not being honest about what's really going on. It kind of seems like they don't take responsibility. Hello, Jessie. How are you doing? Thank you, Lydia. Let me add that for you. Progress will I experience? In physical appearance, career, and love life over the next few months. When is new love entering my life? Awesome. I have added that for you, Lydia. I know I'm running a little bit behind today, y'all. Forgive me. Apparently, I'm a little too talkative. Hello, Feroz. How are you doing? I'm going to pull a few from the situations deck, and then we'll start on those personal questions, okay? So we've got denial. See? They don't want to be honest about what they did to cause the situation. They just want everybody else to be the problem. They just want you to be like, oh gosh, they're so mean. You didn't deserve that. But we have someone who is ignoring that emotional side, hoping that because you aren't really involved in this group, that they can get you to agree with them and say, oh gosh, you're dealing with horrible people, you should block them. And I think they're trying to like find a way to segue back into your life without really having a good justification for it and without really dealing with what caused the problems between the two of you. So to be honest, you could have somebody who is trying to find a way to earn favor with you because they want to live with you, or because they want to borrow some money, or because they want you to cut off other people. But this person, they are at the root of whatever this drama is. They are co-author of the drama. So don't get too caught up in this. It's not your business. It's not your chaos, you know? All right. Look, we have finally a rock for the under the oak. I'm pretty excited. Is that not like an amazing color combo? I know. We've got Cool Girl up first. And we've got Rebecca, and then 2, and then Lydia. And thank you to Mark for the tip. Hey, Sayer, how are you doing? Thank you, Jessie. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. I'm glad to hear that for us. Thank you, Rachel. So for Cool Girl, we've got, you mentioned the difficulties with Marvin. I hope it's okay that I'm asking for some guidance and words of positivity for you. Cool Girl. What do we have for Cool Girl as far as guidance and some positivity, please? So I do feel there is a friend who has your back, someone that is very trustworthy and will remind you of your beauty and grace and lovely heart through this, struggle. They're going to help you with this healing. So I won't lie, there is a chance this friend is an animal because we got, was that a turtle? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a human friend, but you have someone who is like, I got you. I say that because I adored my cats and the dog I had. It's just like sometimes the best support you can get is from a pet. But I think you've got excellent support to help you understand how you should feel, right? That loving energy as opposed to what was offered to you. There is an immaturity with Marvin. I think you know that. And you don't deserve to put up with that. So what can Cool Girl look forward to? A new beginning. Ace of Wands. Four of Cups. Page of Swords in the reverse. So this new beginning is a difficult start because it's like it's purchased with tears because you have to go through the heartache or pain of separating in order to see what was missing. in order to see that you don't deserve how this person treated you. Six of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. There is missing someone and wishing that things could have gone better, but also a very, I think, clear understanding that I can't change that person. If they don't want to do right by me, if they don't want to treat me the way that they deserve to be treated, or that I deserve to be treated, then walking away is the right choice, right? So Jesse, you got timed out because you took the creepy path, okay? Let's not do that. So we've got some sad days ahead, but cool girl, they won't last forever. You've got some loving energy around you, and we have the Lovers here as well. So this isn't the end of your love life. This isn't, you know, the person you were supposed to be with and now you've lost them because he wasn't treating you the way that you deserved. So this Lovers, is this about a soulmate? Is a soulmate showing up in your life? I feel like this is summer. I should clarify. I feel like this is in a couple of months because that's summer for me. It may not be for you. But this is, I don't know, maybe you're even at like a barbecue or a birthday party celebration, but I feel like you meet someone who has respect for you and is interested in doing right by you. I think there's physical attraction. I do think that the most important thing for you is to take full advantage of the next, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever it might be, before you encounter this person, and work on yourself. Love on yourself. What can you do to feel better? Working out, drinking more water, taking better care of your health, whatever it is, these things help you to feel your best when you encounter somebody who is a very good match for you. So Marvin can stay blocked, in my opinion. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Darnell? I hope you're having a good day. I'm sending you a big hug, cool girl. You, in fact, are a very cool girl. So I think that means you deserve a cool dude, right? Well, a cool partner. That makes me think of that old show. Was it called Hey Dude? All right, we're gonna move on to Rebecca's question. And thank you everyone for sending healing energy towards Cool Girl. Is he actually appreciating my help, or is he taking the piss? Question of the day. I really do like how you phrased it. So for Rebecca, is he actually appreciating the help? Is he actually appreciating the help? Yes. I'm going to go with 75% yes. Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, see, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know what kind of help you're offering, but the way I'm seeing it in my mind is someone is acknowledging this is awesome, this is something that makes my life a lot easier, and I need to help. It's making me think of the movie Cold Mountain, where Ruby shows up and like snaps Nicole Kidman's character into gear. I think her name was Ava. Ada? Maybe it was Ada. Because she was like a little bit too to like do her own farm work after her dad had passed. And Ruby shows up and she's like, okay, let's get to business. Roll up them sleeves. We got some stuff to do. I think this is someone who is invested and working towards a goal, feels helped by you, but then in like the last stretch, we have someone who's like, I don't know. So there is an issue here with sticking with a plan or following through on what was promised. We have the Knight of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands in the reverse. So this is this is making me think of college football, and feel free to yell at me in the comments if you like, but the Iowa Hawkeyes have a reputation for being called the Heart Attack Hawks because at the very last part of the game, they fumble. They ruin it. Like, it's looking great, and then, oh great, another loss. Six of Wands in the reverse. So it's like, you're invested, you're appreciative, you're working towards it, and then you're like, I don't care. I'm gonna give up. So 75% yes, 25% no, and that 25% is kind of what matters because this person gives up in the last, like at the end zone, right? So the advice here is listen to your intuition. It is guiding you on what's going on with this person, and I do feel like your energy might be better used elsewhere, or appreciated more by someone who's maybe a bit more mature. I apparently have the hiccups, so excuse me all. All right, let's see what we have for 2. And I wish you luck, Rebecca. Hey, MTM, how are you doing? Hello, Key Controller. I hope you're having a good day. Let's see whether or not Alice is a good friend to 2. Is Alice a good friend to 2? Yes. 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Oh, if I could choose the cards, I feel like that's what I would choose. Queen of Cups is a friend energy. And then we also have this 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody who is a hard worker. They're like, I don't want to turn in my homework late, or I don't want to say that I will bring, brownies to the event and then I forget them. And this is someone who likes to do right by their obligations and cares about you. Also got the Ace of Cups. So, yes, I think there could be some things that get in the way, and more so what I'm getting is I don't like to say things that disappoint people, and sometimes that means I might put like a little bit of a layer of frosting on some difficult conversation. So I feel like there's an outside individual, like a third party here. Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a coworker, but there's someone else who complicates things for Alice. And that could come across as hesitation or distraction or, lack of loyalty, right? But I do feel this is a good friend. Very loving energy. Not like romantic loving, but very like considerate. Is she taking applications for friends? I'm just kidding. So we have Lydia up next. Let's see what we've got. What progress will I experience regarding physical appearance, career, and love life in the next few months? So we're going to divide that up into 3 different ones for you to make sure we've got an understanding on all of those. And thank you, of course, Lee. I've added that for you. All right, so what progress will Lydia experience regarding physical appearance in the next couple months? I see there being a change in terms of your routine. Something that helps you to, maybe it's drinking more water, maybe it's incorporating a different type of exercise, or changing what kind of food you allow yourself to eat. But I do feel like you feel that health is more readily apparent in your appearance. And I do feel like this is something that you are able to stick to. It's not just like one thing that you change and then it's like a routine, right? And I think it also helps you save money, whatever this is. So, buying less soda, for example. And what progress will Lydia experience regarding career over the next few months? King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. I see there's a possibility of a raise for you within your career that is predicated upon your being trained or certified in some additional component tied to your job. So maybe you shadow somebody at work, maybe you find out a new process that a different competitor might utilize, but I do feel like this helps you to, argue for a raise. And what about with love life? What progress will Lydia experience in the next few months? We have the Star, the Queen of Cups, the Sun in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse, which to me is saying you're no longer going to be pursuing or like give a pass to people who have not resolved things that are required in order to be in a healthy relationship. What I mean to say is you're not going to fall in love with potential. Have you worked on this or have you not worked on this? As a result, you're not going to waste your time in relationships that make no sense. So you are being honest with yourself about whether or not you could actually be with somebody. I had a fabulous boss a long time ago who criticized my approach to interviewing new employees because I'm too nice. I was like, oh, I can see why we could hire that. And he said to me, Carmen, I need you to interview with why should I not hire this person? Because that's how you actually filter out the people that should not be hired. If you're going to justify hiring every one of them, you're not being discerning enough. So you need to be, and I see you actually doing so, more honest with yourself. That ain't it. That person's not healed. They're going to cause some drama. They're not ready. When you're honest with yourself about that, then you don't waste your time with people who are struggling with their emotions. And when will the new love show up in Lydia's life? We have the Empress in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. So I feel they're coming through in the reverse because this is saying if you work on what you need to and you are more discerning and you focus on yourself over the next several weeks, then within 3 months, I see somebody showing up in your life. These are in the reverse because right now it's saying you're not ready. You need to be more discerning. When that falls into place, then that 3-month thing sticks. But you have to prioritize what you need to do on your side before you start saying, where is that perfect person for me? Because you're not ready for them yet. But you're going to be. So I think that'll go very well for you. But no more falling in love with somebody's potential. Hello, James. What's up? They never ready for me. Okay, let's see what we've got for Lee. This is the Everyday Tarot. Hello, Crom. How are you doing? You're welcome, Lydia. You've got some beautiful energy waiting for you later this year. What do we have for Lee, please? What do we have for Lee? The High Priestess, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords in the reverse, Four of Swords in the reverse, and the Page of Cups. King of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's been a secret that has kind of been successfully kept at a distance from everybody, or someone feels a little bit too proud for how they've been able to keep some information away from people. But that is no longer going to be the case. I feel like there is a child, someone under the age of 18, who brings forward this information and calls out something that is like a problem. It could be a domestic issue. It could be how people treat each other in the context of a community or in a family. And it brings about a change in opinion. So I do feel like it's important to listen to children in general. But right now there is a child who is going to kind of like expose something that is very important for people to know or understand about a situation or a person's character. So, sometimes children aren't taken seriously, but in this situation we really do have an important thing that is being brought forward and I think believed by multiple people. Could be your own. Hello, Alejandra. How are you doing? Hello, Dana. I hope you're having a good day. I am hungry, so I'm going to go eat some food. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And